citing textual evidence. What we're going to do today, ladies and gentlemen, is just speak very quickly. Actually, I guess I need to slow down my speaking, but I'm still hoping you're going to think quickly. And we're going to think, and I'm going to speak about citing textual evidence. Citing textual evidence is simply giving, saying, or writing proof. It's what investigators do when they go out to see what happened at a crime scene. They look at everything around them. And as readers, we are going to become expert detectives when we read the words we look at, the thoughts we have while we're reading the words. Those are clues. The words are the clues. Our thoughts come from the clues we read. And we should always have a pen or a highlighter with us to write down anything that is especially suspicious, or better yet, connected to our thoughts. So, you think you need to know a little more about evidence? Let's know a little more about evidence. And at the end of this lesson today, and after you spend some time with your teacher talking about evidence, you'll become experts. To be an investigator on any kind of a scene, a crime scene, a reading scene, a comprehension scene, a comprehension scene, we have to know first what we're looking for. So, if we're talking about a crime scene in CSI, we know that someone says someone is missing, something has happened, and that is a claim, ladies and gentlemen, a claim. Anything that's put out there that we need to think about and consider investigating is a claim. So, if a claim is made, we must investigate it. And when we investigate that claim, we are looking for evidence. Evidence is proof that the claim can be supported. It says that this is the definite truth of that claim, and here is the evidence, the proof to show that this claim is correct. So when you write down what the author says, you are using evidence from a text. The evidence makes your claim strong. So let's take a minute and see someone else's explanation of evidence in action.
Hello, readers. Today, I'm in a courthouse watching people argue about laws so we can learn about the power of evidence. Evidence is essentially proof. It is the facts that help you know that something is true. Let's listen in. And, Your Honor, that is why we propose that cookies be made illegal. The prosecution rests.
Hmm. Very interesting indeed.
Objection, Your Honor. I may be a simple country lawyer, but even I can see that my opponent has neglected to offer up a single crumb of evidence in favor of banning all cookies on the heated and offensive anti-cookie slogans.
Objection sustained. You will give evidence for your claims, or I will dismiss this case in favor of cookies. You have not yet proved that cookies pose a threat to public health. Show me where it says in our books of law that I even have the right to make this ruling. Both of you are going to need to give me evidence.
Okay, so you can see that there are a couple of things happening here. There's a group of people who want to keep cookies, a group of people who want to ban cookies, and in the middle of it, a judge who has to decide which group of people is right. So, she asked them for evidence. If you believe cookies are bad, what's your proof? If you believe cookies are good in moderation, what's your proof? Let's step out of the courtroom for a second and go to this example in a text. I'm in big trouble. I forgot to do the social studies project last weekend. In my defense, I did have a very unusual weekend. My stepdad, Zeke, unexpectedly picked me up from school last Friday because he got free tickets to the Dodgers game. Then, since the game got over late, we decided to stay at my grandma's house because she lives sort of by the stadium. In the morning, she asked if we could paint her garage. Of course we did, but it took all day. On Sunday, I'm sorry to report, I devoted my entire day to watching Voltron. Let's try answering some questions that require us to look back at the text for evidence. This is like the bedrock of any kind of writing. If you make a claim, you have to back it up with evidence. So, did the author remember to do their social studies project last weekend? No. And why do we know that? They say so in the very first line. I forgot to do the social studies project. Okay, that's easy mode, you're saying. Fine. What did the author of this piece do on Saturday? You'll notice the word Saturday doesn't appear in the paragraphs above, and yet I could tell you with confidence and direct support from the text. How? Well, let's go back and look at the text. My stepdad Zeke unexpectedly picked me up from school last Friday, and we keep reading. Then, since the game got over late, we decided to stay at my grandma's house because she sort of lives by the stadium. So, the author and their stepdad spent the night, Friday night, at grandma's house. The story continues. In the morning, she, the grandma, asked if we could paint her garage. Of course we did, but it took all day. Which morning? Saturday morning. I'm pulling information directly out of the text to support my answer. The author spent Saturday painting their grandmother's garage. Ooh, hold on, let's head back to the courthouse. I think the judge is ready to issue her verdict and decide the case.
This court will come to order, please. Order! Thank you. We've heard the arguments of the prosecution and the defense, both anti-cookie and pro-cookie, and now the time has come to give my judgment. The anti-cookie side presented a very interesting case, showing the effects of cookie exposure to teeth and the dangerous effects of having too much sugar and feeling all wibbly. But the pro-cookie side also gave very compelling evidence, showing that in moderation, a cookie can be a very tasty snack indeed, provided that you treat them for what they are, something to have every so often. This court finds in favor of the cookie. Thank you.
Wow, readers. I think we just witnessed something important and historic, and it couldn't have happened without the power of evidence. You can learn anything. David out.
So we just watched two examples of how finding evidence and proving your point can help a claim be supported. Not really necessarily always favored, but if you make a claim and you give examples and evidence, your claim becomes much more valid. The guy who forgot his homework, instead of just saying, I forgot my homework, he gave evidence as to why he forgot his homework. In the battle between the cookies, the pro cookies and the no cookies, the pro cookies seem to win because they use more evidence to convince the judge to vote in favor of cookies. So, what we're going to do now is we're going to just roll into evidence that exists in everyday life. We're going to quickly watch a couple of commercials. Commercials, ladies and gentlemen, are usually designed to get someone to buy something, to get your attention and then convince you to buy something. Let's watch these very quickly.
Hi, Phil Swift here for Flex Tape Clear, the super strong waterproof tape that's clearly the best way to patch, bond, seal, and repair. Flex Tape's triple thick adhesive instantly bonds to the surface, stopping the toughest leaks while remaining virtually invisible. Plus, Flex Tape Clear is so strong, it even works underwater. Now you can repair pools and spas with a clear watertight seal and even make quick repairs without changing the look of your beautiful surfaces. Now it's easy to fix rips and tears. Plus, Flex Tape Clear holds on tight, even when wet. Flex Tape Clear is perfect for emergency auto repairs and lets light pass right through. Boats, campers, trailers, and RVs. Now everything in plain sight can be sealed watertight. To show you the power of Flex Tape Clear, I cut a giant hole in another boat and repaired it with only Flex Tape Clear. Not only does Flex Tape Clear's powerful adhesive keep all the water out of the boat, but even in shark-infested waters, it creates a super strong watertight barrier that seals out the elements, and you can see right through. And even in the most extreme conditions, Flex Tape Clear can take a pounding and holds on tight. I think I'm gonna need a bigger boat. Wahoo! Guys? Hello? Where'd everybody go? That's amazing!
All right, so the Flex Tape.
Hi, Phil Swift here for Flex Paste. The incredible.
Did Phil have evidence that the Flex Tape would do what you needed it to do for strong, rubberized, waterproof tape? What evidence did he give? You got it. He gave example after example. He showed you. He took that tape, he slapped it on different things and showed that the water didn't come through. That, ladies and gentlemen, is the best way I could find to help you understand that evidence is usually very clear if it is related to a claim directly. So the direct claim is strong rubberized waterproof tape, and he demonstrated. He actually used the tape to show you how strong it is. If we are making a claim that an author has written in a story, then we need to find words the author has used, quotes the author has used whenever he's allowing or she is allowing a character to speak, things that are in what the author has written. If we're making a claim about an author and an author's purpose or a theme, we need to find the words to support it, and that's our evidence. Now, get ready, because this next little sample video looking for evidence is going to either give us lots of evidence or give us no evidence. I'm going to click now on the Chevrolet icon, and I'm pretty sure this is an ad. That means they want us to buy a Chevrolet. Let's see what that's all about.
When was this building built?
It's old, but it has big windows and lots of light.
I don't understand. Did I do something wrong? Are you breaking up with me?
Slow and steady.
Trans, the official sudden Vanticles. Maddie.